guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Friday, January 8th. Mercury moves into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and Venus in Sagittarius aligns with Saturn in Sagittarius. So, when Venus aligns with Saturn, that means a personal planet, the planet of how you think and how you love and how you experience pleasure, the ways that you pleasure seek, is going to be aligned with Saturn, the planet of control, restriction, limitation. Now, I like this energy in the fact that it's in Sagittarius, which means that, and Sagittarius is a pleasure-seeking energy. So I do still think that you are optimistic, hopeful regarding a relationship, but remember that Mercury is in Capricorn, dumping back into Capricorn. And when this happens, this is probably is going to be highly reflective of the type of relationship that you're seeking. Perhaps a relationship from your past. Oh, God dang, stop itching. Get out. Perhaps a relationship comes back from the past, or a relationship, you decide to pursue a relationship from the past that has something significant to do with the way that you move forward in your life. And this relationship is something that has extreme potential, especially if you're talking about something that encourages freedom of expression, your passions, your goals for the future, your hopes, your dreams. But more importantly, it has the goal that it supports is a past-based endeavor. So for some of you who had abandoned maybe ideals of family or of a relationship or of being able to buy a house or being able to construct a career or to start it out in a job on your own, you're going to find that you attract in this energy people that support all those various areas, even if it's an area that you abandon, especially if it has something to do with progression, moving forward, ascension type energy. So, this is about overcoming some of the greatest obstacles and achieving a goal that you set forth probably at some point significantly in the past, abandoned maybe the goal or the idea, and now you're revisiting it. And the reason why you're revisiting it is because there's some possibility of true manifestation in this particular energy. So, this is about breaking down your life and looking at it at its basic foundation. Mercury is thinking energy, and when it's in this type of energy, it's in reassess mode, it's in restructure mode, it's in reevaluation mode. So when a planet is in reverse, it means that it's breaking it down to its most basic structure and assessing it on every level. You're going to be highly intellectual in this energy and stimulated to create a very strong structure, and that does cause you to have to reassess your situation. Venus in Sagittarius, aligned with Saturn in Sagittarius, is also an energy that is going to only encourage relationships that will expand your future, and so not only are you expanding your foundation, your structure, your career, life path, destiny, you're reassessing it, you're realigning yourself with it, you're also looking at your relationships and making sure that the relationships as well in your life is creating a solid foundation, a structure that you can count on. And in all of this, and all this energy that's regarding Mercury, which is your immediate environment, your lower mind, as well as expansive thinking, your psychology, the elevated thinking, the way that we believe in our belief systems, our spirituality, you know, our hopes for the future. This is a pretty big transit. Many of you are going to be making some changes, and they're going to be based on past things that you may have lost, past ideals, structuring your life with past relationships that now have a future that inevitably had broke apart for some reason in the past, but now you're revisiting that type of a relationship. Anyhow, guys, that is the general energy of this transit. Now I'm going to get back to you with how it's going to affect your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. Hi Aries, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into retrograde. At the same time, Venus is in Sagittarius, aligns with Saturn. So for you, the positive vibration of this energy is that you are looking at your foundation and you are reassessing where your career, life path, destiny is going. Now remember that Saturn rules Capricorn energy and Venus is aligning with Saturn. So this is a very intense transit. It's about expanding the way that you look at relationships, expanding the way that you look at your goals, but more importantly, getting control over that area in your life that may have some sort of dysfunction. Saturn's very key in this energy on transforming that area. So there may be an area that has either grown stagnant in your career, life, path, destiny, or an area that you need to transform. You're going to find that in this energy, especially with Jupiter in retrograde for you, you're going to find that there is a lot of reassessing in this energy, realigning yourself with strong goals for your career, life, path, destiny, and then looking at your life and seeing how you can transform this part of your life into opportunity. In a negative vibration, your ruler is squaring off with Mercury and Capricorn. So I want to say that you have abandoned a goal and abandoned a part of your thinking that evaluates your structure. You've become stagnant, and in this area there is a desire, there's going to be some emotional intensity, some emotional momentum to make a change. You know, Saturn doesn't like to stay stuck, and it doesn't like you to not be working hard on your future to create your potential. So if you are stuck, when you are reassessing, if you try to avoid taking care of business, basically, then what you're going to find is that Saturn, you know, is going to throw up some obstacles in the current life path destiny that you're on to stimulate you to make some changes. Anyhow, guys, thank you for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Taurus, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and Venus, your ruler, is going to be in Sagittarius. It's going to completely align with Saturn. So for you, I'm going to talk more about Venus aligning with Saturn than I am probably going to talk about Mercury and Capricorn, even though they are similar energies, because Saturn rules Capricorn and Capricorn energy is in retrograde. So you are going to be reflective. You're going to look back at your past relationships. You're going to reassess where past relationships went wrong for you and how you became emotionally stunted in relationships. And you are going to transform the way that you pursue current relationships and current opportunities in relationships. You know, this is about learning. This is about elevating your thinking about relationships. This is about aligning you with relationships that have some sort of expansive quality to them. This also could be that a past relationship returns to your life. This past relationship could have been a very significant relationship in your life, one that you had set up some long-term goals with. And you're going to reassess that relationship and see if it has qualities that could expand you, or if it's something that you've learned from and it was just a karmic relationship and that you can actually let go of and know that there is a death to that, because there is a beginning of a new, more expansive relationship either in your near future or you're currently in one. So positive vibration of this particular transit for you is that this is about turning inward. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking. This thinking is going to be not something that you're expressing. It is going to be an internal journey for you. And so you're going to think about what you want from relationships and, about how you can individualize yourself from your relationships. This is about standing independent, maybe taking an independent road, or maybe walking alongside a partner, but never losing sight of what you desire and what you want. This is work that you need to do on your own. It's not about a relationship showing you the direction that you need to go. It's about aligning yourself with what you need to do and a relationship supporting that goal. In a negative vibration, if you are idealistic at all about a hope, a dream, or a wish, or about a friendship, if you're looking back and you are, thinking, God, did I miss an opportunity with a friend? Am I making the right decision moving forward in the relationships that I'm currently in? And you're idealizing a partner from your past, you're going to find that, or idealizing a social setting. Maybe some of you, had a group of friends and you're now involved in a new relationship and it's pushing you in a different direction, and maybe you're holding on to past friends, past relationships, and you're having a hard time letting go. You're going to be reassessing, what do you want to bring forward and what do you want to let go? That's really important in this energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Gemini. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and for Venus in Sagittarius aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, for you, there is a lot being asked of a relationship, and at this point, you're reassessing it. Mercury, your ruler, is involved in this transit. Mercury is in retrograde in Capricorn, and Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So for you, this has to do with diving back into your past, reassessing the relationships that you're in, the partnerships that you're seeking, comparing it to the types of partnerships that you used to align yourself with in the past, and making sure that you're aligning yourself in the direction that you want to go moving forward. Venus is very expansive energy, and you need a partner that doesn't align yourself with karmic relationships, that aligns yourself with expansive opportunities. And so you're going to be reassessing. That's what you do when your planet goes into retrograde. So you're going to be taking a look at your goals. You're gonna look at your past, and you're gonna look at your past goals for your life, for your, like if you were thinking back to just the basic structure in your relationships, does this relationship support a strong foundation moving forward? Because you need to build, if you're going to expand, you need to expand on a solid structure. You can expand anytime, but sometimes when you expand and you expand on quicksand, it just, everything that you do just just, inevitably sinks. So you want to make sure that if you're aligning yourself with a relationship and you're starting to create firm goals, that you want to reassess and make sure that you're not making the same mistakes that you've always made in your past. So this is it has a regenerative quality regarding your life, regarding your foundation. You are doing things in a different way. If you see that you are starting to move forward in the same pattern that you always have, then you need to reassess whether or not you're aligning yourself with the right types of goals and dreams for the future. So, in a positive vibration for you, this has to do with your relationships. It has to do with the way that you're sharing your resources, the way that you're sharing your life, the way that you guys are combining your life. And it has to do with your home and family structure, where you're going to live, how you're going to live, what type of house you're going to live in. Are you looking for new real estate? Are you making decisions? I mean, these are all really big decisions. So some of you may be looking back and thinking, well, I always wanted to live here and I didn't. Or maybe there was an opportunity at one point to move in the past and you didn't choose that opportunity. And now you're reassessing whether or not you should live there. And, you may be taking a look at all of that in this particular transit. It's excellent energy to do that in and make some progressive movement, as long as you are reassessing, reevaluating, and you are taking a look at your past in this endeavor. It's not a great energy to start making brand new changes in a whole new direction, because inevitably you're going to have to go through and change the direction once the transit is fully direct. Negative vibration. Is there a routine that you're getting stuck in? Are you honest? Are you trying to transform your life, but you're finding it hard to get out of a particular coping method, a routine that you're getting yourself into that reminds you of some of the past issues that you used to have? Is there some sort of situation where maybe there's a work routine or there's a work goal that you are not, that you're stagnant in? And so whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. It's in retrograde as well. So I would be mindful. To me, this feels more like your mind. This feels more like a pattern in your mind, a ritual in your mind, something that you are doing that you've always done. And if you take a look back at your past, you can see the pattern. Are you going to make it into a poor coping method and fall back into past-based routines, or are you going to move forward? That's the lower vibration in this energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Cancer, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and Venus in Sagittarius, completely aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius. So for you, this is in the relationship sector. You're looking at your past relationships. You're reassessing them. You're making sure that you're not making the same mistakes that you've made in past relationships, especially when we're talking about the goals that you set forth in relationships. So for you, with the moon in Capricorn at the time this energy ignites, you are taking a look at your goals. I mean, you really want to make sure that the partner that you're investing in has some sort of future-based ideal about him or her. You're taking a look at this partner or this union or this companion, whomever you're sharing significant amount of time, especially if you're starting to talk about sharing resources. You know, if it's an intimate relationship in any way, you're going to be reassessing it. And you're going to break this relationship down to the bottom line structure, and you're going to make sure that it is a solid relationship for you to move forward in. So positive vibration in this particular energy for you is that, you know, I can honestly say that there is, if you are passionate about this person, if this person creates desire within your soul, and if this person is encouraging projects, encouraging creativity, encouraging growth in your life, then you are going to have one very, very blessed transit. As you start to take a look at the past and you start to see where you went wrong, and you start to guide the relationship away from rituals where you used to do things wrong. It's like you're going to have second sight, and this relationship gets the direction that it's like you have a flashlight and you know which way to go in the dark in this particular relationship, because this is the type of relationship where you've always made mistakes in the past, but you know where you've went wrong. And that is so essential when we're moving forward. It's a very blessed energy. Not everybody gets it, so I'm super happy to deliver that information to you. In a negative vibration, this transit can create monumental challenges in communication, obstacles where it's going to test this relationship to see how strong it is, how much it can endure communication issues. And with Capricorn energy, Saturn rules Capricorn energy, and it's aligned with Venus. For some of you, this could be, is this relationship pleasurable? If you're starting to talk about pleasure seeking in the relationship, and if you guys are not aligned with the way that each other seeks pleasure in a relationship, there could be some communication that goes on about that. Now, remember, this is not ideal energy to talk things through. This is more about reassess and reevaluating. This is about taking a look at the past patterns, past issues, and bringing them forward. This could also mean that somebody from your past, a relationship from your past, that used to be somebody who was a strong authority figure, a dominant male in your life, or female, or a masculine energy if it's a female, somebody comes forward that has always been solid, that has always been there for you, and you may be looking at this particular relationship in a new light, and you may see them as the solid foundation to move forward with. That's incredibly possible in this energy, in a high vibration. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Leo. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn in retrograde, and Venus in Sagittarius aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius. Now for you, this is all going to be happening in an area of your life where you are developing strong routines, mental well-being routines, physical routines, work routines. You're also reassessing any rituals that you may have that you are not completely aligned with. So the Sun in Capricorn is going to be conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn, and Saturn, which is Capricorn's energy, which rules Capricorn energy, is going to be completely aligned with Venus. So for you, this is about setting very, very firm, strong goals. These goals has something to do with the past. Okay, so you could have created a routine by now. You've went through a year of restructuring your life, and you may have poured a lot of energy into a business, a creative idea, a goal that involves some sort of powerful routine that you have aligned yourself with. But what you need to assess is whether or not you have life-work balance at this point, whether or not you're able to seek pleasure in the routines that you've set up. And if you haven't, then where do you need to realign yourself with? It's really important that we have balance in our life under all circumstances. So if we eat, if we eat something bad, we work on it a little bit more. If we If we work a lot, then we get a lot of rest the next day. We keep our body hydrated. Like, it's about balance. And for you, I think this has a lot to do with the fact that you're pouring tons of energy into a goal that you've been working on significantly. This was probably a goal that had to do with like maybe a creative idea that has some sort of connection to the past. And you have been working diligently to get this past-based idea off the ground and into a forward energy. However, is there somewhere in there that there is an imbalance, that that you are not balancing life with career, life path, destiny balance? And so you'll be reassessing that. It also has to do with, your physical home, your body's home. Are you in balance in your home, your physical body home? If not, for some of you who are working super, super hard, maybe you're not working out. Maybe you're not eating right. And this is when Jupiter can go and create one hell of a storm in there and make you reassess what you value. I mean, do you value your health, or do you value all the energy that you're pouring into a goal? Like, you may have this question come up for you during this transit. Because what this is about getting control over an area where you may have lost a little bit of control or perspective on. So this is about transforming this particular part. So, hey, so say we see an area, or we start having a health issue come up, and there's some sort of dis-ease in our life. And so you know what you do? That's your body's way of saying slow down, stop, reassess, reevaluate. And especially when we have so much energy in retrograde, it really is encouraging us to really reassess and make a different create life and work routine balance, or work and physical well-being balance, or mental well-being balance. So we're just looking at creating a little bit more balance in our life. Now, lowest possible form of vibration in here is something comes up and it completely shatters this goal, or shatters this hope, and it is a revelation. It's an awakening that you were investing your time and energy into a lost cause. Highly possible in this energy for some of you that have been working in a lower vibration. This could be, an area in your mind that you just have some sort of mental exhaustion, and there is a limitation that comes up and halts you in the direction and makes you reevaluate where you're directing your energy and how much energy you're putting into that, and maybe reassessing a goal, and creating more balance in your life. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Virgo, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, and for Venus in Sagittarius aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius. Now for you, to me this speaks creativity, a creative perspective. And I think that that's what you're going to have to establish in this energy. So your ruler is in retrograde, and so I want to say that there's some sort of creative way that you need to take a look at a goal that you hope to achieve, that you're pouring all of your energy into. And if you are not getting what you want, if for some reason people are not recognizing you for the amount of energy that you've been pouring into this, then I think you need to take a creative approach to it. You need to look at it, to reassess it. When your energy goes into, when your ruler goes into retrograde, it is time to reassess this goal and realign yourself, slow down, and stop pursuing it with the vigor that you were. And maybe there's some pearls there to be found in this energy. Now, this has to do with the fact that you may be having to think about where you want to live, and perhaps that there's a move involved that has something to do with, maybe your home, maybe where you used to live, maybe going back to where you used to live, to get yourself realigned with energy. Some of you may have to, you're thinking about buying a place, and maybe, buying a place may have something to do with, maybe it was in your hometown. That's highly possible in this energy. Whatever it is, you're going to have to realign yourself with this energy, reassess, and come up with a creative new approach to get what you want. And this is perfect energy to do that in. In a negative vibration in this particular energy, it can be, you're going to have to control the way that your mind looks at this. There's an intensity, there's some emotional momentum to alleviate this problem or to overcome this problem right now. And I just believe that you're adding more pressure than is necessary. And you're talking about it, perhaps talking about it too much. People are sick and tired of listening to this. And the reason why you're doing that is you're trying to get people's perspectives so that you can make a good decision. But you're intensifying the situation by doing this. And I want to encourage you not to, because it's really important to reevaluate and to reassess, but not to become obsessive or not to become lost in the negative energy and fearful of the negative vibration or the lower end of energy. Often when we start focusing on what could go wrong, many times things start to go wrong because that's where our energy is going. So it's really important for you to keep your thoughts and your mind in the direction of positive energy, especially when you're talking about restructuring and reassessing your life, especially when your energy is in retrograde. It can be hard to reassess and look at your faults. You're very critical of yourself. So this can make you hypercritical of yourself and the choices that you've made regarding your home and family, regarding relationships, romantic relationships, and the way that you used to seek pleasure. You could be being very hard on yourself in this energy, and I would discourage you from doing that, because reassessing is not about beating ourselves up because we've made decisions. It's about realigning us with past-based mistakes so that we don't make them. That's it. It doesn't have to be hypercritical energy about where we went wrong and what we did wrong in energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Libra, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and for Venus, your ruler, in Sagittarius, aligning with Saturn. So we're going to talk mostly about Venus aligning, because that's a kind of a big deal for you. So for you, the event of the Mercury retrograde is going to be happening in your home and family environment. And Venus aligning with Saturn is going to be happening in communication and the way you think. So when Venus and Saturn align in Sagittarius energy, in Sagittarius energy, when Saturn rules Capricorn energy. And so at this point, what you're trying to do is align yourself with ways that you can communicate effectively with your home and family environment. So perhaps there is an issue that keeps coming up in your family, your home and family situation. and you have really been trying to resolve this issue. You've been determined to overcome it, but you can't seem to completely resolve it. And you're looking at your relationship, and you're wanting support from your relationship to resolve this issue regarding your home and family. And and I think at this point, you may be finding it difficult to set up a routine in this family because perhaps you have a partner that is not 100% supportive. And in making this change in your home and family that you know needs to be made at this point, there's no denying it. So the higher form of this energy is this relationship. You could start to shake up this relationship. You could individuate yourself, and you could lead this particular relationship in the way that you want it to go, the outcome in the way that you want it to go. And it could be quite surprising as you stand up and you take this leadership role in this particular issue, and you try to get some control over this dysfunction that's going on in this family dynamic. You could find that you actually really start to realign yourself and with energy in a positive way. This could actually bring your relationship closer as you take this leadership role. And this could be an issue, to be quite frank with you, that's been going on for some time. And I think at this point you may have lost power in relationships. And this could be where your relationships experienced a limitation. So you're reassessing that, you're recognizing it, and you're moving forward with a more positive way to align yourself in this energy, because you recognize it for what it is. It's a ritual, it's a pattern. Now, in a lower form of vibration, this is a routine. This routine you have become compliant in, even though you find it dysfunctional. There is even some sort of codependency in this family dynamic or in this relationship that you're not okay with moving forward, but you're trying to assess it and create. And I think what you're doing is, where you lost power in the past, you're not willing to do that now. But there is a point to where you've kind of created this as well, because you supported this habit, this ritual, this issue, and this codependent issue in this relationship. But you're individuating yourself now. You know that there's some sort of dysfunction. The way that this person is escaping or creating some sort of a poor coping method in the relationship, and you are going along with it. I don't think you're going to necessarily go along with it any longer. You're going to, demand that some sort of routines create a positive outcome in this. And because you're looking forward to building a life with this person, and the structure that you're creating is either you're creating structure upon dysfunction, or you're creating structure upon controlling the outcome and setting a goal and achieving the goal. I mean, that's completely your decision in this energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Scorpio. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn and Venus and Sagittarius aligning with Saturn. So for you, Pluto's in Capricorn, your ruler, conjunct with the Sun in Capricorn. Then we've got Mercury in Capricorn retrograding. And then we've got Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn energy, aligning with Venus. So you've got a lot going on in structure, foundation, in creating goals and achieving outcomes, and getting some recognition for where you've been directing your desires and your ambition for quite some time. So high vibration of this energy. Mars, your other ruler, is being trined by Neptune and Pisces. So you do have an angelic quality about you. People are finding you enchanting. You have this beautiful, nurturing, loving, outward personification. People are really drawn to you. You're being sought for some sort of emotional stability. You're kind of like the rock that everybody's leaning on for some of you, because you're so compassionate, and there's just it's just a beautiful side of water energy. The intensity and the emotional overreactions, for some of you, those are dissipating. You're attracting encouraging partners, partners that are starting to heal old wounds. You're combining your lives. You're creating unions in your lives. And perhaps some of you are doing this through creative adventures. Maybe some of you are, as you're developing your creativity, you're starting to get the recognition and that you had hoped to get, and that you are trying to cultivate. So some of those goals are starting to come to fruition, and I think you're feeling very blessed in this energy. For those of you that are in a negative form of vibration in this energy, Capricorn energy is in retrograde. So you're finding it very, very difficult to communicate what you want. You are holding back, and you are withholding information. And that is going to stunt some potential growth. It is a time to realign and reassess, and and communication is hard in this type of energy anyway, but for you it's exceptionally hard. You always feel vulnerable. You're very susceptible to feeling energy. When energy is off, or maybe not completely in its optimum, you find it very difficult at times to communicate effectively, and so you may be withdrawing just because you understand that it's just not a great time to communicate what you're feeling. However, some of you are, again, ego-oriented. You're withholding information despite a person. You're reassessing things. You may have found some information out, something to do with your past. Or maybe you may be judging somebody who is not communicating effectively because they're reminding you of your past. And so there could be some hidden resentment. You could come off somewhat, ego-oriented in this energy, and you could just go off and fall back on a poor coping method or a ritual or routine that you used to do to try to cope with energy when it is not at maximum capacity. So what this is you need to move forward, realign yourself with what you used to value and how you used to value it, and the people that you used to surround yourself by. Especially relationships that you used to nurture and pour your energy into. For some of you that have lost perspective, this realignment, this reassessing, Jupiter in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde and Saturn and Venus in conjunct, that's a lot of energies intensifying situations in your life that are already, for you, pretty intense and difficult for you to deal with. Be mindful of your energy and where you align it. Anytime you're reassessing, it can make you feel somewhat vulnerable. If you need to withdraw and you need to reassess in private, and if communication does not feel like it would be very effective at this time, you're highly intuitive in this energy. You're going to know what to say and how to say it. And I would stick close by what I need at this point, because it's a difficult energy to get through if you're caught in a lower vibration. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Sagittarius, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn and for Venus in Sagittarius aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, for one thing, this is a lot of Sagittarian energy. When you get Venus in Sagittarius energy, aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius energy. This is about really valuing a relationship, assessing what you value about the relationship. Does this relationship have expansive qualities? Does it have is it something that allows you to be free and express yourself and create opportunity? You know, you're going to be realigning yourself with what you value, and then taking a look at your relationship, assessing it, and making sure it's something that you want to move forward with. And more importantly, the direction that you're going in your life, does your partner complement you? And that's really going to be really important for you, because as you guys are realigning yourself with your career life path destiny, and as you guys are going through all this expansive blessed energy, you really need somebody that's going to be able to keep up with your enthusiasm and hope and optimism for the future. If you have a wet blanket in your life, then obviously that's not going to be a partner for you. So you're going to be taking a look at that. So this is about taking a look at your life. You're going to be tearing down your life to the barest of all barest foundations, and you're going to make sure that the person that you have in your life is somebody that you can create an outcome with. If not, you may just wander off and leave this relationship. That's highly possible in this energy as you reassess it and you determine that, you know, maybe that there's something more that you need from a relationship that will allow you to create the potential that you see in your near future. Negative vibration in this energy is that your pleasure seeking can get a little out of control in this energy, and Saturn is going to whoop your butt. So if you have a past routine of wandering off when you get into a pleasure seeking mode because you do not have yourself aligned with your goals and what you value and who you value, then you are going to find that you could stray in this energy very easily. That's not a good idea, especially if somebody comes back from the past, and this person from the past has, you know, some magnetic charm that you find it almost impossible to resist. The emotional momentum is going to be very difficult for you to resist. Be forewarned, that's not the highest form of vibration. Remember, we're trying to move forward, ascend, align yourself with your career life path destiny, and all of the relationships in your life can offer some particular types of opportunities. Make sure that it is not pleasure-seeking opportunity and that it is career life path destiny opportunity. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, dear Capricorn, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn. Venus and Sagittarius aligning with Saturn, your ruler, in this energy. So this is going to be happening in very important part of your chart for you. For you, it is about getting control over the way that others perceive you. So you are aligning yourself with a partner that you think complements you, and that others, if the others see this partner, they will understand why you have chosen this partner. That's going to be very important for you. So this person has to be somebody that significantly resonates with you, and the way that you see your future. And so if you have like a completely different partner than the way that you see your future, then it's not going to be a relationship that you're going to, you know, move forward with. So so for you, your ruler is going to be how do I say this? Okay, so Mercury is in Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and Saturn rules Capricorn energy. And so for you, the way that you're thinking and reassessing and realigning your life is going to be down to the barest bones in your structure. You're going to be taking down your life down to the basic structure, which is you, right? So this partner has to completely support everything that you want to pursue and the goals that you want to achieve. And you want to make sure that this partner is the right one for you. So in a positive vibration, this is taking a look at your home and family. This is about renovating your house, maybe taking a look at a room. Now, with Mercury being in retrograde, often you can experience a lot of delays, but perhaps this is, you're buying a place that it was, like maybe your parents' place, maybe you acquired it, after a loss, and maybe you're going home or maybe you're trying to sell some real estate that is past-based. That's all completely supported. And maybe there's a past-based goal regarding your home and family that you're starting to reassess and realign yourself with, and starting to make that a new goal moving forward. Maybe it's, buying a new house, upgrading a house in a specific area that you always wanted to live. That's past-based. That's encouraged in this energy. Perhaps it's revisiting some sort of family issues, some childhood issues, and taking a look if that's what's an energy block in any way, especially if a partner is talking to you about it, then maybe it's worth taking a look at and seeing if that's an area where you lose power in your life, as this partner is going in and expanding this part of your life. In a negative vibration, it can be very difficult when we start to reassess and realign our basic structure, our physical home, our home that we carry with us every day, which is your rising sign, which is your outer appearance, which is your physical body. Sometimes when you have to take a look at it down to that structure, you have to make sure that you have a partner that's supporting powerful routines, not making excuses for the way that you are taking care of that physical body. So it's about communicating about powerful goals moving forward. It's not about setting up an idealistic situation. However, dealing with the reality of where you put yourself at this present moment. It's a lot of thinking. Anytime you get Saturn in Sagittarius, aligning with Venus, this is about how are you seeking pleasure? Are you seeking pleasure in really good ways? If you're not, like, let's say you love alcohol, and you drink alcohol from the time you get home to the time you go to bed, maybe you need to realign yourself with, is that, because you're trying to unwind and you try to relieve the stress of, you work hard, you go 110%, and then when you get home, you want to just relax and have some downtime. And it used to be, you used to have maybe one beer or one glass of wine, but now you're down to drinking everything, until you go to bed. That is something you need to reassess and realign yourself with, and making sure, or maybe perhaps, you eat really late at night because you don't fit in food at a normal time. And so you're starting to gain some weight. Maybe you have a partner that is, bringing that forward and saying, you do this you're putting on a lot of weight, and it's uncomfortable communication. But there used to be a time where you didn't look like that, and now you do. You're going to be reassessing that, realigning yourself with a positive outcome. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Aquarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn and Venus aligning with Saturn and Sagittarius. Now for you, this is all going to be happening in a very private part of your chart. So I want to talk a little bit about this. So Saturn is Capricorn's ruler, and Saturn is aligning with Venus. And Saturn for you, your ruler, is reassessing your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes at this time. And also the ways that you seek pleasure in relationships. That is going to be a focus for you in this particular transit. So a lot of this will be thoughts. You will be thinking a lot. You will reassess. You will realign yourself with some of the goals that you had moving forward, the ways that you sought pleasure in relationships, what you sought pleasure in relationships, what you valued in relationships, and you're going to be thinking about it on a very large scale. So this is about, what do you see yourself moving forward with? The hope, the dream, and the wish, the initial hope and dream and the wish that you have had in a past relationship or in past relationships. Some of these relationships could started out as friends and then they manifested into relationships. So you need to take a look at what made that relationship go from friend to relationship. And what did you value about that person enough to take it to the next level? That's all stuff that you're going to be thinking about. It's a lot of thinking energy. We're trying to realign yourself with a hope, dream, and wish in an expansive way. And this is difficult if you've been caught in regimented thinking and you have been having so much energy really trying to shake up the way that you have been caught in routines and regimented thinking and power and control issues. So I am happy to say that in this particular transit, there is a harmonious flow of energy that is happening for you. It has been a long time coming. You have had several transits that have been testing you. This one is really honestly such a blessed relief. So Uranus and Aries is going to be trining Saturn, trining Venus, and trining the moon, all in your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. So this is perhaps you are really honestly realigning yourself with a hope, dream, or a wish. Maybe there was a relationship that derailed, or maybe there was a relationship that tested what you focused on. And now you're moving forward in the right direction after you've had so much turmoil and shakeup in a particular part of your life. It has actually realigned you with the correct career, life path, destiny. But you have got a lot of thinking to do. You've got to make sure that you recognize where you lose power the next time so that you don't get yourself caught in that downward spiral. So what you may find is that there are several messages that happen in this particular transit that break your structure down to the bare bones, and it realigns you with a group of friends or a social group, or maybe on some social media, that you are receiving messages that are powerful and uplifting and make you hopeful about something moving forward. Perhaps you get a message from somebody that you had thought that was lost to you, and this message comes in and it creates some hope in an area where you thought was hopeless. That's possible in this energy, especially if it's heart-based, especially if it's about a past relationship. For some of you, what can be difficult is if you have idealized a situation and then on social media, you're finding out that what you idealized about a relationship that you thought you were going to expand with, was just an illusion, that you had aligned yourself with an illusion and not reality. I think some of you, this could be a very painful revelation in your life, and it can make you pull in and reassess your life and make you question how how you designate what reality is. And that's good, because anytime that we create delusion in our life, that means that we're holding on to an ideal, and perhaps that ideal, it has something attached to it that we're missing. And then if we're missing that, we need to fill it up on our own, and then we need to go out and move forward when we're full and not when we're empty, and attracting, instead of idealistic situations, we're attracting the reality. Anyhow, guys, it's a beautiful transit. It's very interesting. Again, this is going to have you thinking about what you value, why you value it. You're going to be thinking about how to get what you want, how to align yourself with relationships that expand you, that don't suppress you, that you don't have to change who you are, that they will accept your unique qualities and will encourage them. And you know what? This is releasing a lot of subconscious blocks, areas that you have been suffering in, and it's just beautiful, expansive, moving forward energy. Thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Pisces, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mercury moving into Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and for Venus and Sagittarius aligning with Saturn and Sagittarius. Now for you, this is all going to be happening in your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. And Venus in Sagittarius aligning with Saturn in Sagittarius, and then Mercury moving into Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn energy. You're going to be taking a look at your life, and you're going to be breaking it down to its basic structure. And to me, that suggests that you're going to be taking a look at what you hope, dream, and wish, and see if you are aligning your life with that. If you're aligning your partnerships, if you're aligning the way that you seek and desire pleasure. There's a lot that goes into this. This is also aligning yourself with your creative potential, the growth that you could experience in a hope or a dream or a wish. You're going to be realigning yourself and reassessing yourself. More importantly, you're going to be taking a look at your goals and making sure, here, hold on, I think my computer's, there it goes. It's not so blurry here. Anyhow, you're going to be taking a look at your goals and making sure that your goals support that specific type of structure. Hey, honey?
Yeah.
Would you turn that light on in the back?
Yeah.
That
what you were missing?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I just needed more light because it was starting to blur up on me, and I hate it when I get blurry on these things. So a negative vibration in this energy is Venus and Saturn are squaring off with your ruler. So this is about, what I think it is that sometimes you know what you want and you have the creative aspiration to go after it, but it is really honestly, you could be aligning yourself with a partner. It's not like that partner doesn't support your choices to move forward and ascend and create, but there's really no emotional momentum to you because you have a partner that is creating enough foundation for you to be completely happy in. It's more like the trine energy where you don't really need to make a change because it's sufficient. It's not accelerating you. It's not moving you in a direction. It's not ascension. It's not expanding your potential, but it's not unpleasant either. So this particular energy source will ask you to reassess, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your hopes for the future? Are you aligning yourself with that? And if not, then Saturn is probably going to go in and throw up an obstacle in this relationship and test the boundaries of this relationships and the structure and the foundations to see how solid it is. Because if there is any sort of energy that is making you unable to grow in this relationship, then what you're going to find is that Saturn creates the obstacle and it removes the illusion that everything is okay, that this person has been putting on. It could be all of a sudden you thought everything was wonderful, hunky-dory in this relationship, and then all of a sudden this person is like, this isn't working for me, you're doing this, the way that you escape is bugging me, the way that you're coping is bugging me. I mean, it could just be an explosion goes off and you're like, where did that even come from? Like, I thought we were fine, I thought everything was cool, but that shakeup can allow you some motivation as Saturn throws up that obstacle. It's a nudge, it's a push for you to make some changes that are necessary for you to expand and grow. And again, we're talking about you guys moving toward your creative gifts, your goals, the things that you were supposed to be put on this planet for. You're not just supposed to coexist in this world and ride on somebody's shirt tails. You're supposed to be independent and strong and lead in your own unique way. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event.